From the moment we looked up and realized the stars go on forever, a single question has echoed through time. Are we truly alone in the universe? It's a question as old as wonder itself, one that has haunted philosophers, inspired poets, and now drives some of the most advanced science humanity has ever created. Because deep inside, we feel it. There has to be more. More than this one pale blue dot. More than our quiet corner of space. For decades, we've pointed massive telescopes toward the heavens. We've launched robotic messengers into the dark, hoping to hear a whisper from worlds beyond. We're searching, not just for aliens, but for connection. For proof that life isn't a cosmic accident, but a thread woven through the universe. And this is where our journey begins. First stop, Mars. Once rich with rivers and possibly oceans, this dusty red planet might hold the scars, and maybe even the remnants, of ancient life. What happened there? And could it happen here? Next, we turn to Titan, Saturn's largest moon. With methane lakes and a thick golden atmosphere, it doesn't look anything like Earth. And yet, some scientists believe it could host a strange form of life. Could Titan be a mirror, not of what we are, but of what life could be? Then there's Alpha Centauri, our closest stellar neighbor, just over 4 light-years away. It's not science fiction anymore. It's the first real candidate for an interstellar mission. Imagine that. Crossing the gulf of space to reach a whole new solar system. We'll also visit distant planets like T Garden B, a rocky world, only 12 light-years from Earth, orbiting a dim red star. It's one of the most Earth-like exoplanets ever found. The gravity is familiar, the temperature is survivable, and maybe, just maybe, something is already living there. Finally, we'll glimpse other alien worlds, each with their own rules, their own chemistry, their own mysteries. So buckle up, because this isn't just a journey through space, it's a journey into our own curiosity, into what it means to be alive in a universe so vast, so silent, and so full of possibilities. Are we alone? Or are we simply waiting to listen in the right direction? Let's find out, together. Mars. We often imagine it as a barren, dead world, dry, dusty, and lifeless, a desert with no story left to tell. But what if that's not true? What if Mars is not a planet of silence, but a planet of memory? Billions of years ago, this red world may have looked almost Earth-like, wrapped in a thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide, holding in warmth, with rivers flowing across its surface and vast oceans covering the northern plains. Mars had water, it had warmth, it had time. So, what went wrong? Unlike Earth, Mars never had a strong magnetic field. Without that shield, the solar wind slowly stripped its atmosphere away, molecule by molecule. Water vapor rose, broke apart under radiation, and hydrogen escaped into space. Oxygen, left behind, rusted the rocks, painting the planet in its signature red. What remains today is a frozen, wind-carved landscape. But the echoes of a living past are still there. One of the most astonishing clues lies in Valles Marineris, a canyon system so massive it stretches over 2,800 miles long and plunges more than 7 miles deep. Imagine a scar across the planet's face, deeper and wider than Earth's Grand Canyon. Sediment layers, mineral veins of hematite, and erosion patterns whisper one thing: water carved this world. Then there's Noctis Labyrinthus, the labyrinth of night, a maze of fractured land where morning fog still rolls in, defying expectations. Scientists believe moisture trapped in the soil evaporates by day, only to reappear as frost by night. Could this mean Mars is still breathing, very slowly? Let's not forget the Curiosity rover, humanity's quiet companion on the red planet. It's been there for over 3,000 days, far beyond its intended mission. It has climbed ancient hills, collected soil samples rich in organic molecules, and shown us that water once flowed in torrents through valleys like Peace Vallis. And what about life? We haven't found aliens. Not yet. But we've found the ingredients, the chemistry, the signs that life, at least simple life, could have been, maybe even still is, sleeping beneath the dust. What if Mars isn't a failed world, but a preview, a warning, or even a reflection of our own fragile Earth? It's easy to look up and dream of distant stars, but sometimes the answers we seek are hidden just next door, waiting patiently under red stone and ancient ice. Mars may not speak out loud, but if you listen, really listen, it might still have something to say. We've journeyed across red deserts on Mars. We've floated through the hazy skies of Titan. We've imagined ourselves reaching distant stars, Alpha Centauri, T-Garden B, and dozens of other worlds scattered across the dark. But maybe this whole time, the real journey wasn't just out there. Maybe it was inward. Because when we ask, is there anyone else out there? We're really asking, what does it mean to be human in a universe so vast? That question echoes through every telescope we've ever built, every satellite we've launched, every rover crawling across foreign soil. It's the question that fuels discovery. And strangely enough, it brings us closer to home. Maybe life never existed beyond Earth, or maybe it's out there, right now, just not in the form we expect. Not green-skinned aliens or civilizations beaming signals across galaxies, but microbes buried under ancient ice, or strange chemical dances in a methane lake, or even life forms so different we wouldn't recognize them if they were standing right in front of us. And still, we search, because the search itself is beautiful. It teaches us something no textbook can, that wonder is a part of who we are. We explore not because we know the answers, but because we long to ask better questions. We study stars not just to understand them, but to understand ourselves. And when we dream of other worlds, we're really dreaming of the best version of our own. You see, the universe may feel cold and empty, but it gave rise to us, beings who can wonder, imagine, and love. And that makes it not empty at all. So whether we find another Earth or simply come to cherish the one we already have, this journey matters. Because to look up at the night sky and ask, are we alone, is to admit that we care. It means we're still listening, still curious, still reaching, and maybe, just maybe, somewhere out there, far beyond the stars, something or someone is listening back. Imagine a world where rivers flow, not with water, but with liquid methane, where clouds rain hydrocarbons, and beneath a frozen crust, an ocean slumbers in darkness. Welcome to Titan, Saturn's largest moon, and one of the most mysterious places in our solar system. At first glance, Titan seems completely inhospitable. The surface is bitterly cold, with average temperatures around -290 degrees Fahrenheit, -179 degrees Celsius. Its skies are hazy and orange, thick with nitrogen and methane, like a distant dream seen through tinted glass. And yet, Titan stirs something in us. It's familiar, but strange. Alien, but oddly reflective. It's not just a moon, it's a mirror. A frozen echo of what life might look like if it evolved under very different rules. Beneath its icy shell, Titan hides a vast subsurface ocean, hundreds of kilometers deep. Not of water, but of ammonia and other exotic liquids. Scientists believe tidal forces from Saturn keep this ocean in a liquid state, churning an eternal twilight. And above that, on the surface, methane plays the role water plays on Earth, It carves rivers. It forms lakes. It even shapes vast seas, like Kraken Mare, the largest body of liquid on Titan, covering more area than Lake Superior. This isn't science fiction. In 2005, the European Space Agency's Huygens probe became the first spacecraft to land on Titan. What it found was breathtaking. Rounded rocks that looked like they'd been tumbled by flowing liquid, a soft surface like frozen mud, and an alien sky unlike anything we've seen before. Since then, Titan has become one of the most compelling targets in the search for life. Not because it resembles Earth, but because it doesn't. It challenges everything we assume about life and its requirements. Could methane be a substitute for water? Could biology exist at these temperatures? If life can form here, it means life isn't fragile. It's adaptable, resilient, and maybe inevitable. NASA thinks Titan is worth the risk. In 2027, they'll launch Dragonfly, a nuclear-powered flying drone designed to hop between Titan's dunes, valleys, and frozen lakes. Its mission: to analyze samples, study chemistry, and search for something that might redefine everything we know. Titan doesn't shout. It whispers. Through haze and silence, through frost and gas, it invites us to ask bigger questions. What if life doesn't have to look like us? What if we've only just scratched the surface of what's possible? In the end, Titan isn't just a moon. It's a test of imagination, of curiosity, and of our willingness to find life where we least expect it. When we look up at the night sky, we often forget. Some of those tiny lights are more than stars. Some are entire systems, families of suns, places we might one day call home. And just 4.37 light-years away, tucked in the southern sky, lies Alpha Centauri, our closest stellar neighbor. A mere stone's throw in cosmic terms, but still impossibly far with the technology we have today. Alpha Centauri isn't a single star, it's a trio. Alpha Centauri A, Alpha Centauri B, and the smallest, faintest member, Proxima Centauri. But don't let its size fool you. Proxima is the star everyone's watching. Because orbiting it is Proxima B, a rocky exoplanet just a bit larger than Earth, sitting in the so-called habitable zone. That special sweet spot where liquid water could exist, given the right conditions. Sounds promising, right? Well, there's a catch. Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf star, a temperamental little thing. It throws violent flares, bombards its planets with X-rays and stellar winds strong enough to strip away entire atmospheres. So while Proxima B could have water, it also might be bare rock, scorched and silent. And yet, we dream. Because Alpha Centauri is more than a group of stars. It's a symbol, a reminder that even when the odds are long, we keep looking. We keep reaching. Back in 2016, a project called Breakthrough Starshot, backed by Stephen Hawking, proposed sending tiny interstellar probes, each no bigger than a smartphone, pushed by lasers to 20% the speed of light. If it works, they could reach Alpha Centauri in just 20 years. Think about that. A journey that would take thousands of years with current rockets, compressed into 2 decades. Not in science fiction, but in our lifetime. What would it mean to receive images from another solar system? To see the surface of an alien world, not imagined, but real? Alpha Centauri calls to us not because it's easy to reach, but because it isn't. It represents the edge of possibility, the border where hope meets science. One day, we may send humans there. One day, a voice may say, "This is Alpha Centauri, and we have arrived." Until then, it waits, glowing faintly in our sky, like a whispered invitation from the future. If this journey resonates with something inside you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep exploring the questions that go beyond limits, about life, the universe, and what it means to be human. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss the next step into deep space.